This is DSN TV, showcasing the ability in disability, proudly brought to you by the PA people.
And welcome back to DSN's live and exclusive coverage of the Super European Goalball League Stage 2 live from Finland. And the next game is going to be between Hansa, RGC Hansa Rostock, and also FIFH Malmo. Now we're going to get a special guest on now, which is going to be DSN. So I'm about to give him a call to make sure that I can actually get him on. So let's get DSN on. So we'll call DSN and get DSN on, and then we'll also get Troy on as well. So we're getting the full teams read out at the moment, and I think we've got DSN on the line. DSN, welcome to DSN.
Thank you very much, Anthony.
No worries at all, mate. Pleasure to have you with us at last.
Yeah, pleasure to be here as well. And I got a bit confused. It's Jenan, not
Jenan, is it? I think you told me that before. But because I said the DZ...
in Espoo.
Jenan, so I do apologise. That's
No,
all right.
it's okay.
And now I'm going to also get Troy in as well, which will make things a little bit easier for me, even though there's a delay with the feed. But at least this way he's going to make things a little bit easier so far as this is concerned. But what I will do is just let our listeners know a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind, Jenan.
Basically a FIFH Malmo player. I've been playing for about 12 years and I'm only 21, so I'm already an oldie in the goalball. I'm training with all these guys that's in the FIFH team now. I'm home because of work. But other than that, I'm just passionate about goalball, and I really love the opportunity and the way you're broadcasting goalball, because the rest of the media is ignoring goalball, and that's, in my opinion, a bit of a shame.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's one of the reasons that we wanted to be able to get involved, is for that person. That reason is to get disabled sport up and get it into the public eye. And I mean, I've been involved in goalball for over 30 years as a player and a coach, and now as a broadcaster. So, and I'm a bit like you. I'm passionate about the sport, and we'll do anything and go anywhere for a tournament. So, and I guess that's one of the things that I guess brings us to the sport. So now I'll just wait, because Troy will probably come in a moment. He's not there at present.
Yeah. And I actually even went to Rio to support my Swedish national teammates, just because I didn't get elected, so I thought I could be there on the stands instead. And
oh, that's fantastic. They did really well, actually, in Rio.
Well.
I was surprised with how well Sweden went in Rio, I must admit. They were a bit of a wild card.
Yeah, so were everyone. Even themselves were really surprised, but then thankfully was surprised to the good. So, yeah, it was really impressive to see the Swedish team actually playing like a team. It was really nice.
Yeah. Now, how strong is goalball in Sweden?
In Sweden, on as you call it, top level, elite level, we have Malmo, and then we got Gothenburg. That is quite like youth people that are coming up, and then we have Stockholm, which is. I think they only have about 3-4 players left, so it's not that strong. We are struggling to get young people into the sport in Sweden, sadly enough.
Yeah, and I think that's a concern with a lot of places, that you try to, once you get them interested in the sport, it's a great sport. They tend not to lose. The trouble is getting them interested in it in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. And in Sweden, the main problem is the women's side. The men has it sorted a little bit, but the women's are in a crisis at the minute.
And we have some insight into some of these players. No doubt. I've seen them a fair bit over the years. Very impressed with Rasmussen, actually. He
Yeah, he's a new guy in the team, or not new guy, but he's been with us for about 2 years, I think. He's a part of the Danish national team player. A really, really good talent, as you said yourself the last game when I was watching FIFH.
So, now, just to let our viewers know that it's going to be Hansa at this end of the court in the foreground, and at the far end in the red is going to be FIFH Malmo. So, now, Troy, if you could answer your phone, that would be handy, please. Well, I think it's about 1:30 over in Australia at the moment where he is, and of course Troy's the other director of DSN, so hopefully I told him if I've travelled over here he's got to stay awake to broadcast, considering we've only got a couple of games to go today. So for who should we be looking out for? I mean, obviously we know about we know Fatmir, we know what he's like, we know Rasmussen. Who's somebody else that we should watch for in the FIFH Malmo side?
I think someone, if the player gets the opportunity to play a bit more, I think actually Anja Christiansen, the Danish lady, can be really a surprise for everyone. Usually when a girl comes into a men's team, everyone's gonna shoot at her, but she's really strong defensively, and also Stefan with his bounces. Yeah. He's really in a way sneaky with his bounces. It's a different bounce, and it's we're used to it because we have it on training, but it's not many teams that have them kind of bounces. Yeah, well, and of course Niels, the young guy, he's actually from Gothenburg, but jumping in now when I'm not playing, and he's a really good talent, especially defensively, but his bounces are really good as well.
Fantastic. Now we know about this side here. I've actually been impressed with for Hansa the performance of Marcel Lehmann. He's done very well for them.
Yeah,
and of course we know
number 6. Did we get that?
Yeah,
confirmed?
Number 6. Yeah, we got that confirmed. Yes. Yeah. They
perfect.
changed it right before the game started. So but we got that when they're confirmed. And also, I mean, he's only 17. The young Danny Maas.
Yeah, is he only 17?
He's only 17, yeah, so...
he's really impressive, yeah. I think the whole Hansa team has impressed really well. Like, they've done a massively good tournament.
Yeah. Now, it looks like for... I can see Reno Tide. Who else have we got there? I would say, as I'm just trying to look at the referees in my way at the moment, so... Well,
I guess then you're a bit in front of me.
Sorry?
Then I guess you're a bit in front of me with the video, because obviously you're seeing it real time.
Yeah, I will be in front of you a bit, but as we do, I mean, we make it work. Looks like it's going to be. I'd be surprised if it's not Fatmir, Stefan, and also Rasmussen who start for FIFH Malmo.
Yeah, and I'd bet that it could be Fatmir in centre.
Yeah,
and Rasmussen and Ghana on the wings.
Yeah, because Rasmussen finished up playing in the centre in the last game for a while. So, but I mean, look, he's got talent. He can play anywhere. There's not much doubt about that. So,
yeah, but he got a really strong power in his shots and good aiming as well, which I think they want to use against Hansa.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it'll be interesting to see the lineup, because the thing that with the Hansa side is that they've been caught out with penalties on a number of occasions, and then not taking advantage of when they do draw penalties from the opposition. They're making it easy for the defence of the opposition. So
yeah, and Hansa is a really young team as well. Like Reno, as you said in the last game for Hansa, Reno is the most experienced guy, and he's not over 30 yet, if I'm right.
Let me tell you, actually. Yeah, no, there's no one over 30 though. Reno's what's Reno? He's 26.
Yeah.
So we got.
He's, if I'm right, the oldest one.
No, we've got 27 is Christian Freebel.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, most of them are in there. Well, they've got. And I always think too, they've got you don't reach your peak as a goal baller, I don't think, until you're in your 30s, because then you've mastered the head games that go with it as well.
Yeah,
So
that's true. I've seen that on many Malmo and like former Swedish players that you think they're on the peak, and then when they turn 30, 31, they take another step.
yeah, well, this is it. Now turn around for me so I can see the numbers. Okay, we've got Danny Muss starting in the centre by the look of it, and Reno, and it looks like also it is going to be Lehman or Lehman, depending on where you're from in the pronunciation.
Yeah.
And I can see.
And for Malmo, it looks like it's Gustav, Stefan, and Vamir.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's yes, yeah, it is too. Yeah, I can see Stefan Garn down there in the 8, and Rasmussen's there certainly, and I'd imagine it'll be Fatmir would be the other person, although he's out of shot at present. Or it's actually turned side on to me, so it makes it a bit different. Let's see. So
Everything to make it harder.
yeah, well, this is it. Well, as I said, this game here too, this time we were actually broadcasting from ground level, so although for me it's good, but it makes it more difficult from the far end.
Mm.
But
So you're actually sitting behind the goal? And
yep, I'm behind the goal, yeah, so. Okay, that's interesting. I think there we go. Reno Tide starting with the ball, throwing from the centre, or just to the left of centre. Discus throw, cross court ball, aiming for the BC gap, doesn't get through on this occasion. Ball pushed wide. There's a ball, and that was by Fatmir, and it's into the back of the net. It's scrambling defence. It was almost lazy defence on that occasion. Good start for Malmo.
And for Malmo, we have Rasmussen in centre.
Rasmussen is in centre, thank you. So, okay, Tide goes across into the centre, into Rasmussen, picks it up nicely, lays it off now to Fatmir. Ceramedi on the left wing down the far end, goes across into the centre, this time picked up by Mas. Throws from the centre, aiming for the AB area, or if you like, about the 3 area. The ball now in the hands of Stefan Garn. Bouncing ball across court off Lehman. Lehman's going across to the centre to take this throw. Sets himself now, goes with again a discus throw. Bounces into the ground. Everybody's trying to bounce the ball a lot. And the floor's not a real bouncy floor.
Is the floor not good for bouncing? Isn't it tree floor?
Look, it's a good floor, but it doesn't retain the bounce. The first bounce is a high bounce, but then after that they tend to just dribble along.
Oh, it kills the bounce.
Yeah, it does. It kills the bounce. It tends to kill the bounce a lot, actually. So, goes across to take the ball from the other side of the court. Goes down the line. A magnificent ball. It had...
That's one of them typical Stefan Garn bounces that he does.
Yeah, it was totally misread there by Lehman. He was well inside the post, and the ball went just inside the post. Tide goes across other side, hooks it across, but hooks the ball straight out on this occasion. Now, we won't worry about. We might try and get him in at half time. He might have dozed off. There's a flat ball on this occasion, straight underneath. Now he's out of sorts at the moment. Lehman, that ball again straight under him.
Yeah.
So, I know you'll see probably all this in about 30 seconds or so, Jennings. So.
Yeah, I think I'm about 10 seconds behind you.
Yeah. It's a goal that's come off there. Now that came off Garner.
Came off Rasmussen.
Yeah, straight up. So, right, we'll see what happens from here on in. Ball now with Stefan Garn. Goes across. Flat ball. This time Mas gets across and blocks it nicely. Substitution now. I'd say 6 will come out. So, yep, 6 is out. So, and coming in is Christian Friebel.
That's number
Or
5.
Or is it Friedel? Friebel.
Friedel.
It is Friedel, is it?
Friedel, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not so good at German.
No, me neither. You're listening to DSN's live and exclusive coverage of the 2016-17 Super European Goalball League Stage 2, and you're with myself, Tony, and also Jenan, who's joined us from Sweden for this game. A FIFH Malmo play, but had to work, so couldn't be here this weekend. It goes across. Oh, just misses the 7 post or the C post. So we've got now Freeball's gone onto the right wing. It's a bouncing ball. Blocked by Reno. Races across to the other side of the court to the right wing. Goes down for the C post again. And into the back of that. Nice ball. So.
Yeah, on the post there on Fatmir's left post. Yes. He went in towards the centre and the ball went to the post.
So it's a good comeback after being put under pressure early. And goes across court on this occasion. This time blocked by Freeball.
Yeah, this is showing how important the defense is in goalball. Once they sorted the defense out, now Reno can focus on the offensive.
Yeah, that's it. Rasmussen does the chasing, passes back to Ceramiti. Ceramiti goes down his line, controlled by Freeball, pushes the ball out. And there's going to be some interesting changes too, because they're talking about getting rid of the line-out line and having the whistle go every time the ball goes over the sideline. So if that happens, that'll certainly make the game interesting.
It will surely make the game more interesting, but me personally, I don't agree with that.
No, I don't either. It takes some of the tactics out, because if you can push the ball down, the clock doesn't stop, and you can keep it out without going over the sideline for time's sake, then it throws that out the window and makes the ball into the centre. This time Mars doesn't pick it up cleanly. Mass hands the ball off now to Tide. Tide goes into the centre. This time it's blocked by Rasmussen and over now to Fatmi Ceramiti. And here comes a nice flat ball straight through the gap. Straight through the gap, and it looks like Musk was caught out, and Freeball didn't stretch out.
That is a really nice shot, and he fooled the right winger in the German team to go towards the post, and he left the gap in the centre.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, that's half the battle if you can do that. Ball now again with Ceramiti. This time he goes across. Tide comes in and picks it up. Mars has it, hands it off now to Reno. Tide goes across to the other side of the court, goes to the right wing. Again, trying to get in between Fatmir and Ceramiti in the post, doesn't get it. A high ball has been called on Fatmir.
That's a classical case of Fatmir ending up too far in front of the undercourt.
Yeah. So we'll be interested to see. I'd almost back him in to stop this. Going with a quick throw though. Oh, great ball. And one of the smartest plays in goalball, I think, and that's planning for releasing the ball as soon as the whistle has been called. So timeout being called.
Especially on penalties.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because you don't give the opportunity, you don't give your opponents time to think where they're going to be.
Yeah.
So, smart play.
Yeah, that is, especially on penalties, I found it useful, and especially if you want to then shoot across the court. For example, from, I don't know how you say directions, but from example number 1 to number 5 post.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that and shoot on play, that's really hard to defend against.
Yeah, and this is the thing, and that's right. I mean, we use both that, but in to just let our listeners at home know, that's basically from the A post to the C post, as we would look at it. So.
Okay, so A is the left post and C
is left. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Now Rasmussen with the ball goes across just to the left of centre, and long ball called on Rasmussen.
That was a massive long ball.
Yeah, it was. So, and this is what happened before too. I mean, in some of the other games that sides have got away and they've been let back in by penalties. This time there's some thought behind this penalty. So it goes with a quick discus, hooks it back to the post and goal into just inside the post. So
Yeah,
Go
not
forward.
again for us that have seen Reno play before. He goes towards the left and shoot to his right. That's a classical Reno TD penalty.
Gun goes across court. This time it's blocked out by Freeble. Tide really holds his side together. Ball now in the hands of Freeble. Freeble cross court ball. The ball's up. Is it gone in? Yes, it has. Up over the top of again of Rasmussen by the look of it. Or was it gone?
It flicked off Rasmussen's hands.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's just not coming enough. So they had a, well, I wouldn't say comfortable, but they certainly led, and now they're trailing 5-4.
And now they're making a switch.
Yeah, that's it. It looks like Fatney's gone into the centre. And ball out to Freeble goes across, aiming for the, well, to the AB area, probably about the 3. Want to throw in from the centre, goes across into Freeble, picks this one up cleanly on this occasion, line out, and almost should have been line out, ball over I thought, but obviously didn't travel as far up the court as I thought. Ball now goes for the discus throw, aiming for that post once again, doesn't get through on this occasion. Picked up by Rasmussen. Rasmussen now skipping ball, but straight into Freeble's legs. Ball goes forward. Freeble's going to take the throw himself. He's all set now, goes with the discus throw. Goes down that line. This time Rasmussen's there and blocks the ball out. He looks more comfortable on the ring, Jen and Rasmussen.
Yeah, and that's his natural position as well, the left wing.
Garn's come across to take this, but been blocked out by Freeble. He's got a
Once
deception.
again, a classic Stefan Garner bounce that they struggle with.
Yeah, he's got a deceptive bounce ball, hasn't he?
Yeah, he got like a special top spin on it, I think, and which is quite hard to defend against.
Yeah. Now, just out of curiosity, what's your position on court, Jenan?
I'm
goal goes
usually
through.
a left winger, but can also play centre.
Okay. That's a nice ball again, straight through that gap between Mas and also Freeble again. So
A bit of curve on that last goal as well.
yeah. Tide runs out to his left, hooks it back to his right, bouncing ball and scrambling defence there. Rasmussen ends up cleaning it up. Rasmussen now with the ball. There's a hard, flat ball. This time Freeble's there and blocks the ball out. The Hansa side have lost a bit in power with Freeble because of the fact that Lehman wasn't defending well. There's a great ball, though, on that occasion, right into it sucked Stefan Garne right in, and the ball went into the left-hand corner as we're looking at it from here, or the A post.
Yeah, he moved over because the ball was on his left, and then he left a gap on the post.
Yeah. And ball blocked out on this occasion by Freeble. Reno Tide's come across to take it. Oh, almost, well, a bit of confusion here, but in the end, Freeble takes it and goes down to the BC area. Doesn't get it. Picked up by Rasmussen again. Rasmussen bouncing ball, aiming for that same gap, but this time Christian Freeble gets across and picks it up. Danny Masters chasing, hands it off now to Freeble. Freeble goes across court, but that's going to go out early. Around about probably about the just ahead of the team area at the far end of the court. This is where they've got to be worried because Garne's gone across with a flat ball straight through that gap again into the magnificent ball there by Stefan Garne. He's actually underrated player, I think. He's done very well.
Yeah, and he's improved his offensive play. He's been a mainly defensive player so far, but now he's improved his offense, and people are underestimating him, and some people are paying for it more than others.
Yeah. Rasmussen goes down the line on this occasion, off the post. Oh, lucky. Off the post and actually landed back on Christian Freeble. Freeble now goes across court, aiming for that post once again. This time, Garne's got enough on it all. Is it Garne or Garne?
Garne.
Garne, okay.
And interesting to see in Hansa is as well that every time the shot goes over to Freeble, Reno runs to block it behind him.
Yes.
If he flicks it.
And there's a ball again. This time it comes off Master, gets feet, so it ball goes a little bit forward, Tied with the ball now. Master's actually, it was tied to the ball, but into the pretty much into Garne. Garne now going across to the other side of the court. The last couple of times he's gone there, he scored. This time here he doesn't. It's just a late curve on the ball on that occasion and into the chest of Mas. Free ball.
They're looking for that gap between Mas and free ball with the curves and bounces.
You know, look, you could see, looking at it live, how much that curved late. That ball. So, but now we've got free ball to defend the penalty. And
is it a long ball or high ball?
A long ball.
Okay.
Ceramidi, he's missed the... Oh! So, you've got to take those opportunities at this level. You've got to take advantage of any opportunities you get.
Yeah, that's true.
Ball now.
You can't afford to miss too many penalties.
No. There's a ball straight through the gap between Fatmir and also Garne into the back of the net for a goal. So both sides need to really tighten their defence up if they want to win this game. Rasmussen.
Yeah, in the end, the one that succeeds to tighten the defence is going to win this game, it feels like.
Yep. Time Rasmussen went down looking for that gap between Mars and Freeble. Didn't get it through on that occasion. Next ball, cross court ball, has been blocked out by Ceramidi and also Garne. Garne about 4 metres in when he releases that ball. The ball's up and lands forward. And, well, I see what you mean about Reno. He's coming right across behind.
Yeah. That's a really good thing to have as a teammate.
Ceramidi.
If you're a right winger to know that Reno is there if you make something.
Yep. And ball blocked out in this occasion. It was thrown by Ceramidi. It goes across court and hooks it back. This time hooks it into the centre. Control on this occasion by Ceramidi. Lays the ball off now to Rasmussen. And while I thought he had, but he actually took the throw himself, Fatmir Ceramidi, so it confused me. But he did put it in the back of the net, in the same side of the court as well.
And he clearly confused Mas in centre.
Yeah. So I haven't got a blindfold on, it confused me. So Ceramidi going out, Rasmussen going out, and 7 who's going in.
That's Nils Posse.
That is Nils Posse, thank you very much.
He's actually playing in my shirts.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, then in that case you're obviously just here in spirit.
Yeah,
that's it.
Some part of me is still there.
Yeah, that's it. And that's we might actually organise with you to go on one of our shows to learn a bit more about everything that's going on in Sweden. And that as well on a high ball show one day, Jen, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm up for it.
Ball cross court on this occasion, but well wide.
Everything put more attention to goal. It's a win for everyone.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's a nice ball. There's a ball up and not quite in. Great work there in keeping that out of the back of the net. And put the ball down out of court, wasted all the good work. So we've got Nils Posse on the left hand side, goes to the bouncing ball. The Hams come out of free ball, controls it on this occasion. Hands the ball off to Reno Tides, throwing from the right wing. He's aiming for that post, but well controlled on this occasion. Post picks the ball up, walks it across to Stefan Garne, who throws down that line. Doesn't score anything on that occasion. Time out for 1 minute 50. So we'll get some thoughts from Jenan on what either side need to do to win this game.
What either side need to do is basically to lock that defense down. In both teams, they're really silly mistakes for being on this level. We got, for example, in FIFH Malmo at the minute, there's 3 players that were in the Swedish team in Rio, and Reno was as well in Rio. So lock down that defense and you'll have this game, because both the teams have the attacking power to score.
Yeah.
And they seem a bit, both teams seem a bit lack of energy in this first half.
Yeah, it's interesting to see because there's opportunities there, but they seem a bit sucked into each other's way of playing. There's no rhyme or reason to it. thrown by Tide, and they're looking for that goal straight after a break, which quite often you see it happen, not on this occasion. Ceremeti throwing for the centre, a bouncing ball, hoping to get up and over, and the ball's come up into the crossbar and dropped down in the court. So Freebull was lucky on that occasion, goes now across court. Christian Freebull well picked up there by Stefan Garne. Comes in now, throwing from around about the centre, bouncing ball, aiming for that gap. Once again, the same result. This time again, the ball just drops down. So flux on the side of the boys from Hansa at present. Freebull goes across court on this occasion. Picked up on that occasion by Ceremeti. Ceremeti comes in now, just gets thrown, aiming for that gap. That's better coverage there by Mas on that occasion. Gets across, hands the ball off to Reno Tide, throwing from right hand side of the court, very quick to get it back across to the other side, but doesn't beat the defence there of Niels Pose. Niels comes in now and puts the ball out and almost takes out the table in the process. So ball now handed across to Reno, goes to the right hand side of the court and just put too much angle on it. I think he's just got to adjust and not go as far across to still hit the corner.
Yeah, and that's also harder for
on this occasion.
because he's left-handed.
Sorry, Jen, I talked over the top of you there, but again, the same thing, they've been targeting Christian Freebull, and they finally got one that balanced the right way. Freebull discus throw across court. They need to keep this one out of the back of the net, and they've managed to do that. Ball with Ceremeti. Ceremeti throwing from just the right of centre. There's a bounce, a good bounce on that one there, but picked up by Mars. Hands it off to Tide. Goes into the centre, runs back to his wing, and then goes for the big hook across, and that is half time. So at half time, I'll try and hear the score, because we don't have a scoreboard here, which is very frustrating.
Yeah, that'll count.
Yeah, so no, but I'll be able to find out Berkey, and that will. I will announce the score in a moment, I'm sure, so we can get it, and I'll update the site. So, yeah, so what I'll do in the meantime is I'll just hand it to you for a moment, Jenna, just to give you your thoughts while I update my websites.
Alright, perfect. Well, my thoughts on the game basically is that if you compare the both teams' defenses, you can see that the ball bounces much more from the German players than from the Swedish. The defense looks a bit more controlled from the FIFH players than the Hansa players. And also what I said about the when I talked when they scored was that Reno, the one when he goes over to the right side and shoots towards his C post, it's like harder for him to make that angle when he's left-handed. The same as a right-handed, might have a bit harder to hit a post if it goes over to the left. But in general, it's a good game if you like offensive play. It's not as good game if you enjoy defense and organization, because we haven't seen much of good defensive actions so far.
Yeah, look, I have to agree with you there. Now, I can let everyone know that the halftime score is 8-7 with FIFH Malmo in front at present. So
yeah, and there you go. That's not acceptable in defensive ways at this level.
Look, it's way too many goals. I mean, you look at that at the end of the game, and that would be you could live with that. But as I said, to me, it's lack of defence, and they're scrambling on a regular basis, which is which is frustrating. I mean, I don't know what Christian Freebull's going to do. He needs to obviously look at something and try and lock up his side, because they've been targeting him, and it's just hasn't been working. So I mean, it's been working for them, but he's getting sucked in and getting confused, particularly when they're going for when Stefan Garne's coming across. I mean, to mine, he didn't come across and take that shot often enough. So,
and also, I don't know, maybe like the Germans, they had, if I'm right, two very tough games. So maybe they're a bit tired But for Malmo, for example, the way they're defending, they got no excuse because they've only had one game.
No, but that's right.
But Hansa have had 2 games where they really had to fight. The last one ended 10-10, if I'm right.
Yep. So also, okay, we've had no substitutions. And FIFH Malmo starting with the ball. FIFH Malmo in the second half in the foreground. Currently leading. And the first ball is put out by Nils. So we've got Fatmi Seramedi in the centre. On the left is Nils Pozzi, and on the right is Stefan Garne. Down the far end we have Freeball on the right. We have Mars in the centre, and we have Tide on the left wing. Although Tide's got a tendency to take throws from wherever he wants to, and most of the time quite effectively. Ball now thrown by Christian Freeball into the BC area, doesn't get through. Ball handed off now to Garne. Garne, bouncing ball. There's a bit on it and into the back of the net. Same thing again. They've targeted once again, Jenin, the defence of Christian Freeball.
Yeah, the gap between the hands on Mars and feet of Friedel, and with that bounce with the spin, and you got a perfect combination.
Yeah.
The Germans really need to find a cure for that.
Yeah, they do, and I don't know what they can do. I think, the defence of Lehman, although was waning in the first half, maybe it's time to almost give him another run, because I could see a lot of goals going through that side of the court.
Yeah, I'd give Lehman another chance if I was the coach.
Ball handed off on this occasion by Aussie to Fatmi Seramedi, throwing from the centre. Doesn't quite get through the gap on this occasion. The intention was right, but the legs came late to keep the ball out of the net. Cross court on this occasion. Nice work in the centre by Seramedi. Lays the ball off to Garne. Garne comes in now. Oh, nice curve on that ball. He's getting the ball to turn a long way. Picked up by Must in the centre though. Hands the ball off to Reno Tide. He goes across into the back of the net. Off Pozzi. Neil's got sucked into the centre too far, and there is a bit of turn on this floor. Neil's with the ball now. Bouncing ball. Dies on its rejection and skips into Freeball. Freeball goes down the line again. Coming in a long way from his post is Nils Pozzi. I don't know where he comes in so far. He doesn't need to. In fact, Miss Seramedi, a bouncing ball off Mars. Picks it up, hands the ball off to Reno Tide. Standing in the centre of the court. This is again targeting that side of the court for where Nils Pozzi is, but he gets there and picks it up nicely. Post now goes down looking for the AB gap. Doesn't get through Freeball on this occasion. Freeball comes in. Oh, cross court ball on this occasion. Missed by a long way. In the end, very slow getting back into position too. Stefan Garne has gone across to take this ball. Bouncing ball, lost a little bit, but the intention was right. Accuracy was there. Ball now with Tide. Reno Tide, he goes there, but Nils Pozzi's equal to the occasion. He only got caught out once, and he seems to have tightened up that defence on that side. Next ball again going straight through for Freeball. They're targeting Freeball, Jenin.
Yeah.
Cross-court
I think if Malmo want to find that gap again, they need to kind of pull him out towards the post with a few shots, and then maybe Stefan go around and have a curving.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Because I think they might starting to read that they want that gap.
Seramedi takes that ball from just left of centre, goes across court, doesn't find the back of the net though. It's time again into Pozzi, and this time the ball goes up and out wide. As I said, now listeners won't see it when our viewers won't see it when they go wide because we can't get that full angle, but we've got the majority of the court. Ball now in the hands of Reno Tide again. Skipping ball into the centre. Seramedi, who picks the ball up as clean as anything, goes to the left post. Comes in now. Goes down looking for the line ball, but just turned late and drifted out. So
Yeah, they're opening up for the gap, so I think in maybe 2 shots, Stefan will go around and shoot in that gap.
Yeah. Cross-court ball on this occasion. Oh, beats Ceramedi, but Garnier was there, picks the ball up nicely, starting from around about 3 metres in from the sideline, runs to the centre, bouncing ball, cross-court ball on this occasion. Oh, and just tipped out there by Christian Freebel. Freebel now, again, bouncing ball. Pozzi gets across there and picks it up nicely. Doesn't look hurried at all, comes in now. Right-handed thrower, aiming for the AB gap, doesn't get through. Marston picks the ball up, hands the ball off on this occasion to Reno Tide. Again, straight at Nils Pozzi, who will pose, picks the ball up nicely. Goes again, bouncing ball, going down that line again. And again, it's blocked forward by Freebel in the air, but no damage done. Just here. Again, it's almost like one throwing to the other at the moment. Now here's your move, Jenna. He's gone across. And he's put this wide, so the idea was right, but just put the ball out. Ball now being walked across to Tide. Tide's gone across to the right wing to take this throw. Going down the line, but just misses a post and pushes the ball wide. Ceramedi throwing with the ball now again. Says what? Nice fat flat fast ball, doesn't quite get through though. Line out called. Well, they've made their intention pretty clear. FIFH Malmo, haven't they, Janice? We've got a timeout.
Yeah, they are working for that, as we say, number 2 spot. I think it's the AB spot gap. In your ways of seeing it, and they are working on it, like pushing the center towards the BC, and also pushing free ball towards the post, and then trying to get in there. But at the minute they're hitting too much central, I think, in the final shot.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what's certainly what is happening. But, so it's certainly settled down. The scoring settled down.
Yeah, and on the other side, what Hansa needs to do is they need to hit more on hands and feet. Because at the minute they're hitting too much chest and legs of the Malmo players, and that's easy at this level.
Thrown by Tide, goes across. Ceramedi is there, picks the ball up cleanly. He's going to throw just from left of centre. Sets himself, runs out to the left right wider, and goes for that A post or the one slot, and the ball pushed wide there by Freebel. Hands the ball off now to Reno Tide, goes across to the other side of the court, his regular side, went to try and get the cross court over through Ceramedi, didn't get it past him. Nels Post with the ball now from outside of the court, brings it back in, but into the centre, and easily picked up on that occasion by Mas. Hands the ball off to Reno Tide. Reno Tide again targeting the right wing. Garnett's gone across now to take this here. Is this one the one that's going to be the one? It's a flat, hard ball, and straight into the back of the net. Yep. Softened them up, but he went with the flat ball, and straight through.
That's perfect execution, because the center went towards the gap, but the ball went more to his left and in via his legs.
Yeah, so that was really well done. This next ball's blocked on this occasion by Nils Pozzi. Apart from that one thing is that we'll watch Ceramedi throw going down the same spot again into Freebel, but the ball handed off now to Tide. Reno Tide goes across again. Well blocked again by Nils. He's actually playing very, very well. There was one time where he got sucked in, but the rest of them, he's not only stopping them, but he's actually stopping the ball cleanly. There's no fracturing at all.
Yeah, there's no flicking, or as you say.
Yep.
And also what Malmo are doing with these tactics is that they're keeping Reno away from the ball.
Yeah, that's it, making him go across and chase the ball, and that's got to work in their favour, because I don't think we've seen many balls in this half go to the right-hand side of the court as people are looking at it.
Yeah, and that's good execution.
This time the next ball goes into the centre, of cross-court ball again, but it's pushed wide on this occasion. And Garner coming across. Is he going to go all the way to get the ball? Yes, he is. No. Walked across there, but didn't finish up taking it. Now, interesting move that. They got called for it early on when they were one person was running without the ball, and that ball's just pushed wide there by Garnet. Stephen Garnet on the right wing. This is the bouncing ball again. This is a one that you go and there's a fracture, but Tide's there. So an equipment check. Give you an opportunity to have a cough and to get Jennings thought. Of course, Jennings, our special guest from Sweden, would have been here, but had to work.
Yeah, now we can see in the second half that both teams really have shaped up in the defense, and all of a sudden we have a really a much better game. So this second half is more enjoyable, more tactical as well.
Yeah, look, I'd have to agree there. I mean, I'm a grappling. I love watching 1-0 or 2-1 games because I think you've got to probe for a gap, whereas you don't want to see goal after goal after goal. To me, I know a lot of people do. I'm not one of those.
Yeah, not when it comes to goal ball. Maybe when it comes to like soccer or something, you want to see 7-1 or something.
Yeah, that's it.
But when it comes to goal ball, I want to see the tactical side of it.
Yeah. Tide throws from the right hand side, goes and blocked out, and good catch there by the goal judge. Ball now with Nils. Nils pass goes down again targeting that gap and getting through the gap on that occasion again. They're
flick to the centre hands.
Yep, so might be time to take Mas out of the game. It happened in the last game too. He just flagged a little bit. He's only a kid, he's 17, so he's got a bright future.
Yeah, he's tiring now. It's third game. They've been fighting really hard, all three of them. So
yeah, that's it. So the next ball from Garnet has been picked up. Tide has gone across to take this, runs across, and there's a very big angle. Ceremony didn't get there, but he had nothing to worry about because Nils Post was there and stopped the ball cleanly. Taking the ball now, again going for that area again. Just a bit too much to the centre on this occasion. Substitution now. Yep. So they have taken out Danny Mas. He did well.
They must have heard us.
Yeah, that's it. And coming in we have Lehman. Now, I think Lehman will go to the centre. Sorry, what was the time? 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the game with the score of 10-8, I think.
10-8, yeah, should be.
10-8. So considering
and only 2-1 in the second half.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a massive difference.
It is, and that's where you like to see, because I've had to think. Well, FIFH they've got a plan in action, and they've been keeping the ball away from Reno, but also managing to find the gaps to get through in the in the 2 slot or the AB. So. Right, the ball with Stephen Garnet. About 1.5 meters in from the right side. It runs towards the centre and goes with the bouncing ball, aiming for that AB area. This time it's blocked out on this occasion. The ball now in the hands once again of... Well, it was with Freeble, but it was now with... And there's a gap, straight through the gap there. And give him a compliment, and all of a sudden it falls apart. Well... No, we're just caught out. 9-11 the score is, okay. So there you go.
Okay, and on the last one, you could tell that Fatmir went to the right because he heard Reno to the right, and then there was a tiny gap, and Reno managed to find it, and that's them small details that makes you win a game.
Yeah, and that's it. And I mean, let's don't take anything away, because Reno Tide's been doing a great job. Really, he's been holding certainly the offence together. He hasn't had a lot of help, and he reminds me a lot of Tyler Merrin from the USA team, where he's always in behind the other winger. Goes all the way across in behind the other winger, so does the same sort of thing all the time. So
yeah, in Hansa, Reno is like the one that holds the team together.
Yeah, definitely. Ceremony throws from the centre, but straight to the opponent's centre there, and it is Lehman who's gone into the middle. Tide goes a bouncing ball across and just pushed wide there by Nils Posey. So we had 2:38 remaining before we got back in, so probably about 2 minutes remaining in the half or in the game. Posey goes this time bouncing ball across court, but straight into Reno Tide. Now they've got to stay away from him again. He's gone to the take this and the ball out on this occasion. Only just out, but I think it was well covered there by Nels. Now, they don't want to get, FIFH don't want to turn around and go back to where they went before. They need to keep the ball in the AB or the number 2 slot. Garnet. Bouncing ball. This time they've gone the other side. Blocked forward and handed off by Lehman to Tide. The ball now in the hands of Saramedi. Saramedi runs out to this left-hand sideline, goes down that line and blocked out on this occasion. Excuse me, sorry. I've got some frogs in my throat at the moment. So Reno Tidy throwing from the right wing. Bouncing ball across court. Late movement on that occasion by Garnet, but kept the ball out and controlled it nicely. It's again a bouncing ball. Oh dear. Might be water at the end of this game, I think. Next ball straight into the gap and straight through. So makes it more interesting. What's it? Brings it up to 10-11, I think.
Yeah, 10-11.
So it's 10-11 with not a lot of time left.
And you see after every action, you can see Reno motivating his teammates.
Yeah, and that gives him a lot of confidence. So timeout called by Hansa. So now I think there was 1 minute and 3 seconds to go.
But also what you can tell if you understand Swedish and if you hear the tone of Stefan, he's really calming his teammates down, letting them know that they're still in the lead. They just need to focus on the defense, and that's very important.
Yeah, that's one of the things you love to say. But gee, I'll tell you what, as a commentator, I'd love to be able to speak about 8 different languages so you can hear one.
That would be perfect, wouldn't it?
And that's I mean, I know in this part of the world that a lot of they speak a number of different languages anyway, particularly being so close together. But at home, no, it's basically one language. In my case, definitely one language.
Yeah, I know Swedish, Serbian, and English. That's it.
Well, there you go. It's 2 more than I know. So okay, so Neil's gone out, and Rasmussen coming back in.
Yeah. No, I think they're just going to close it down and play on the clock a bit.
Well, we've got 59 seconds left. And look, they're very good at milking it, I must admit. I was very impressed. And this is why I say that I'm not a fan of the removing the tram line. Because if you can throw the ball out and keep it within that sideline, the clock keeps running.
Yeah.
So
I think they want to avoid that people take time off the clock.
yeah. Well, I think that's what they want to do too.
Yeah, but I definitely don't agree with it.
Oh, what a magnificent ball by Rasmussen. Magnificent flat ball straight through into the back of the net.
That was a really good crossover shot by Fatmir.
Yeah, Fatmir, was it? Sorry, I think I called him Rasmussen. Rasmussen now has the ball. Because now they're going for that gap. He's got a fracture, but picked up clearly on this occasion. Hands the ball off now to Reno Tide. Reno into the centre. The ball's up and in. No, yes. Scrambling back. I thought it might have landed just in front. So.
And you can tell the frustration when they let goals in.
Yeah, you could see it in there. They all stayed there actually, didn't move. So they're still in front though. Still in the driver's seat at the moment.
And that's why it's so good to have Stefan on the right wing.
That's it. Calms them down. Next ball blocked out, line out. So time out again. Now, by my count, this is definitely their 3rd time out. 20 seconds. So 20 seconds. So basically, it's going to be all or nothing on this shot for them.
Yeah, potentially they're going to have another shot, depending on what Malmo does. But it's also really good playing with Stefan and Fatmir. They're really experienced players that calms the players down, and that's really, really important for young people.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, it makes a huge difference. So, with people like that, so we shall see what happens with
Hansa is thinking.
Yeah, well, certainly Tide should have the ball, and I think Fifth have got to be ready for a quick throw on the whistle.
Yeah, my money is on Rasmussen.
Yeah. Cross court ball here and straight into the back of the net. So Hans had scored on Rasmussen though.
Yeah.
So 12 all. So time will tell now. Rasmussen with the ball. Oh, high ball by a long way too. It was a big high ball on that occasion.
Yeah. I don't know why the players are complaining. It was quite a bit of high ball.
I don't know either. There's no.
But it's in the heat of the moment. I probably would have complained as well.
I complained and I've thrown high balls that landed halfway down the court. And he goes down and blocked by Rasmussen. Didn't have to work a lot, but you still had to block it. So timeout for FIFH Malmo. Now I think we've only got about 10 seconds. So there you go. We've got 10 seconds to go.
To be honest, with 10 seconds left and it's 12-12, you should do better on a penalty. They should be straight down the center of the court.
Yeah, agreed.
That was a waste of an opportunity.
Yeah, it certainly was.
But still really good of Rasmussen to save it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter where they go because you're not necessarily expecting those, and you've still got to be there to stop it. And you know, that's all they can ask. Is that he's there and he stopped it, and it wasn't as if he fractured or lost control of the ball. He stopped it cleanly.
Yeah, and that was really good from him. But Hans should do better from that.
Yeah. So
Fucking good at center.
this will be the last throw of the game. And it's blocked. Well, substitution with 2 seconds to go.
Shot on play.
Yeah, well, there'll be one, but with 2 seconds, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know. I mean, yes, it's tactical to do it, but I don't know why. In this situation, you would.
Yeah, if Reno can shoot, but then also he's risking a high ball.
That's right, and that's the thing.
And that's, do you want 1 point or you will lose on a penalty?
Yeah. And there you go. So game. So 12 all final score. That's so we've got around about half an hour until the next match. So I'm going to go to some music, but Jenan, thank you very much for coming on, and if you're available we might get you on tomorrow as well.
This is DSN TV, showcasing the ability in disability. Proudly brought to you by the PA people.